go. Let's do that. All right. And we are live. Okay. And so we're going to start out with an update on our favorite new suspicious channel, Mr. Shameless Spurg. And he made an update today saying he's got content now for sale. Let's go ahead and check that out. I was really tired this morning, and I don't remember if I even actually listened to this, so.
Hi folks, I am the Shameless Spurg. I hope you're doing well today, and I had just a couple of minutes on my way to the gym here, and I just want to give a quick thank you to the 12,000 people that have shown up on this channel within the last 3 weeks. I never could have expected it would blow up this quickly. I'm glad that the message is resonating with you. I appreciate you lending me your ear, and yeah, just pretty blown away by that. I've been inspired by a couple of like smaller YouTube channels that were doing commentary just on issues that they care about. It was all very plain and basic, but they were garnering, followings in the tens of thousands, and they were like monetizing, making good money and whatever, just getting up, being real with people. And I was like, well, I can be real with people, and if I could figure out how to not get banned doing it, I'll make that my thing. I can make videos just being real. After all, I'm so tired of not being able to be real with anyone.
Say real one more time, motherfucker. Say real one more time, I dare you.
Nobody wants real. Everybody clams up now. It's like you just can't go there with people, and it's frustrating. And I was like, so this guy's literally getting all these people listening. He's making all this money just being straight up with people, and being very open and honest, sometimes downright vulnerable with people even. I respect it. I respect
I'm vulnerable. Give me 13K subs.
And it seems like his crowd respected that realness too. And I'm like, well, I can be real. I'm going to bring the real to people. So that's what I'm trying to do. Now, since I believe in truth in advertising, I have warned you already that I am shameless. And so this is my shameless grift. I am starting to...
This is when we find out he really is Jewish.
Sell some merch. I know that that's not unique among channels, but that's kind of the point. It's like every channel that gets moving, they want to do some merch, make that available to people. So, hopped over into some apps and developed some unique designs for white boy summer, white girl summer, and then
And the closeted gay comes out as a fashion designer. I'm just kidding. I'm giving you shit, buddy. Or am I?
Shameless Spurg designs, mugs, stickers, so on. And I'll be adding more to it and changing it over time. I'm not going to put out anything I don't personally think is cool or anything that I wouldn't personally wear.
One thing that I noticed when this guy first started is for somebody that's brand new to streaming and YouTube, and maybe I'm just a dumbass and didn't know all these things, but this guy seems pretty knowledgeable. First, he came out on the scene with a pretty nifty, cool graphic for his avatar. And then, let's see, what was the other thing he had? I don't know if he designed this, but it seems like from the very beginning, we knew that this was going to go pretty far, pretty quickly. I still have my doubts about you, sir. I'm really, really trying to understand the how this really took off for you.
Rock. And so I just wanted to announce that will be made available, and I'm still figuring out how to work with a lot of the tools. I got accepted to the YouTube partnership program, So I was able to go ahead and monetize. So far, my content is not tripping their sensors. And that's a good thing. I'm glad. I really want to stay above water without sacrificing being honest. So I'm just trying to think about how to cleverly and wisely word things to where I'm getting the point across. And that can be hard sometimes because, hey, what can I say? A lot of the stuff I get on here to talk about, it's shit that makes me mad, you know? And in truth, if you were just sitting down with me over a cup of coffee, I mean, what I'd be saying would be the same except like way spicier and more fun. But hey, YouTube doesn't like to let you have too much fun. So yeah, I wanted to announce merch. I wanted to announce like, yes, I've gone ahead and monetized because hey, I qualified pretty quickly, and why would I waste the opportunity to make a little extra money? I would like to um, I'd like to pour it into the channel to grow it out. I want to pour it into some personal projects. I want to save some. And I also want to be able to start donating more to our guys, to some of our political prisoners. And yes, we have political prisoners, um, both in America and abroad. And, you know, their stories don't get put on blast quite the way that, say, the Shiloh Hendricks story got put on blast. Um, Not that she was a political prisoner, mind you, but the point is, you know, there we have some guys who have been out there fighting for us and sharing the truth for us and taking great risks to do these things. And but they're still getting nabbed
Uh-oh.
and still getting in trouble.
I think somebody's getting sick. The source code? Sorry, I think I might be too dumb to understand that. What did you mean by that, Mr. Eric?
I don't understand how in some of these cases. Maybe I'll get into that in some time, but either way, I want to be able to do some donations to these people. So that's part of it. And another part of it is like, look, I've been on YouTube for a long time, you know. I started a YouTube account, you know, when YouTube first came out. I had that same account until the first ban wave and it got killed off. And
Yeah, I really don't understand. So this guy made this new channel. So now he's saying he's been on YouTube for a long time. So he just remade a new channel, I guess. Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
so, you know, I've been on here for a while and I've had so many accounts banned. Yeah, that first account too, it was a paid account, like a subscription account, and they killed it off. Even though it was like paid in advance and all this stuff. And so I've never paid them another cent since then. So part of it is the personal satisfaction of using this platform to make money after um, all the money they've collected off me through advertisers and previously through a subscription plan. And it's just nice to be getting some money back after all of that dickery that they did to me. Kind of a, you know, kind of a middle finger that I get to throw to them for as long as it lasts. I'm hoping to, you know, make it last as long as I can. And
His message? Apparently he's starting merch is what his new thing is. He's got merch available. He's selling shirts and stickers, shirts for men and women. He said he has some new designs. So it's kind of interesting. What's really crazy to me, I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm sure you know who Elijah Schaefer is. He's got multiple channels, and he has like on his new Rift TV, when he first started it a couple, maybe a week or so ago, he had like 50K subscribers. And he had, like, when I look at his video or his views, Um, he doesn't even get close to this many views. Or you sell prayers, trips to the Wailing Wall. And then I look at Danny Polishuk's, who's been there. He's got 8K subscribers, and he gets about 2K views in about 24 hours. And man, something is really pushing this guy up to the top. And I really just I don't even necessarily fault him. I just don't understand what is pushing this and allowing it, because so many similar channels just get ripped down and taken down for saying, I mean, and they dance around shit like this. They don't even come close to saying anything this spicy. It's very, very odd. And the other thing he said also is on one of his other videos, he mentioned that his mother is very, very, very fond of Jewish people, so much that she took a genealogy test, and she was very disappointed that she didn't come back as one of the chosen people, which is kind of funny, and it really upset him. And then I haven't seen it addressed yet, but he also supposedly has some kind of Hebrew lettering tattoo. I'm not sure. I haven't really seen it yet. I know he's got a tattoo on his arm, but it's just so baffling. This is going to turn into something bigger. I'm glad that we're here early on to see it grow.
So that I can have the last laugh. And, you know, they've tried to silence me in every which way, and I guess all they've really done is taught me how to think carefully about how I'm saying something. Like, I don't decide I won't tell the truth, I just have to think how to carefully say it. And that's what they've sort of forced me into. But hey, arguably it's made me more creative in terms of writing and speaking. Maybe I should thank them after all. But either way, I'm like, man, after all this,
I should make up my own merch. Like, I'll start my own merch that's saying that this guy is a grift, and my grift is going to be that he's grifting.
after all the banned accounts, after all the, you know, micromanaging of comments and things you.
What I should do is like when like radio hosts back in the day would have like radio wars, and I should just sell like the complete opposite view and just pretend that I'm like really, really, really pro diversity. I'll be the next what's he called? The guy Destiny. I'll be just like that. That would be hilarious. Well, I wonder what like the anti-hero, like the bizarro version of Shameless Spurg would be. Something autist. What's the opposite of shameless? Prideful autist. Oh, and I could do prideful, and like pride would be in like the rainbow lettering of like the gay flag.
You can say, after they completely sucked the soul out of this platform, yeah, I kind of want to get something out of it. So yeah, that's why I went ahead, decided to monetize, do some merch, and I'm gonna figure out like more of the tools that they have. I'm still kind of boomer tech, you know, when it comes to this stuff, as you may be able to tell. But I'm also working with very limited time here, and I'm doing what I can. And it doesn't seem to bother you. You find people too much, and I appreciate it. Takes a lot of pressure off me. I did, however, get a nice space set up upstairs. It's presentable, it's decent. Um, so I'll start recording from there.
Oh, he said he's getting a studio already. This guy has big plans. Oh yeah. Wait till he starts using AI the way I abuse it now. Man, he's gonna have all sorts of SS and Black Sun paraphernalia, all sorts of cool stuff.
As often as I can. Again, you're probably still going to get a lot of car ride recordings because that's like the only real free time I've been able to count on lately is if I'm driving somewhere. Um, so that's probably still going to happen, but more and more I'm going to try to.
the I just noticed this again. I meant to mention it last time I was watching him. He's got a hickey. He's had a hickey on his neck the whole last week. That's funny to me.
To do it in my dedicated space. So I thank you all for lending me your ear, for subscribing. It means a lot to me, and I'm just glad you're enjoying it, and glad to know that I'm not like totally alone out here. So with all that being said, I hope you folks have a fine day. Thank you.
I got so paranoid at one time that I thought he was just doing a character of me. I was losing my shit. I was very sleep deprived. But the other thing, the other thing I wanted to go into, I think what I'll start off with was this other channel that this is called Starway Nova. And they must have deleted the videos. And I forgot that I subscribed to it. And what's very odd, they originally had all these videos on here where there were interviews. They had interviews between like these girls that were trying to be idols. And what an idol is, if you're not familiar, is basically like a pop star or whatever their version of like a celebrity in Moonland. And they had this really weird, like awkward guy, white. I think he had like a British accent, and he was interviewing these girls, and they were answering these questions that had like a slight sexual undertone, and then asking them like what their favorite like designer purses were, and I was like, man, this is really, really weird. Like, and then I just found it again, and they deleted those, and then I started going and trying to figure out like what this shit was. So I went to their Instagram link on here, and that's gone. And then I started Googling it, and they had a Facebook page, and that's gone. But then I remembered that the reason I found them was because I was looking up something else, and I found this other channel that was connected to it called Frosty Whale, and this is gone. But so what this is the like the business model or breakdown for some companies, and this was attached to it, and it's called Frosty Whale. Frosty Whale is a premium social networking app designed to streamline your search for meaningful relationships, whether you're seeking a companion, a friend, or a soulmate. We provide immediate access to conversations with curated Asian talents known as Frosty Girls, eliminating the hassle of endless swiping. Join us to begin meaningful relationships in a safe, respectful, and scam-free environment. Now that's a little suspicious to me. That's really, really, really suspicious. And when I started digging into it more, I think the reason they deleted it, because I think this might be some kind of what are those marriages? Those fake marriages with girls overseas. And I clicked this chick's name. She is the founder. And see, there's this other thing. So there's Frosty Whale, and then there's Frosty Wave that was attached to it. And so let's see. She is some chick out of Singapore, I believe. And then here's their website. Premier program. So all of this Starway Nova talent right here is connected to Frosty Whale. I mean, this is such a weird thing to stumble upon for ambitious, successful men who don't settle in life and love. So this is basically curating hot little Thai pussy for men who, I guess, like to wear business suits. We might apply to join. If my wife lets me, I might buy myself a second wife. We'll see. So this, as you can see right here, is very similar to these chicks. I'm pretty sure it's the same girls. And so Frosty Wave is a private community of beautiful, emotionally intelligent women dedicated to growth, grace, and femininity. For ambitious men, we offer a premium program that introduces you to exceptional women and gives you the strategy to build one true love. This is an exclusive program for men who don't settle for anything less than the best. That's fucking wild. That is so wild to see. Your path to success in love. Foundation. Look at that. Get introduced to beautiful, emotionally intelligent women. This is awesome. I can't believe this is, I found this. It's so weird. For men in their 30s and early 40s, ambitious, successful, committed to personal growth, kind-hearted, generous, and intentional. What is intentional? Kind-hearted, generous, and intentional. I don't know what that means. I think that's a bad translation. Ready to lead in love. How to join the program. This is a selective premium program for men who are ready to invest and get the outcome they truly want. Nothing screams true love like investing in a woman and just being forthright with a woman and saying, hey, I'm going to make a down payment and we're going to sign a contract. And then you're going to... Why can't men just meet women... why can't women just, or guys meet women in parking lots while they're pushing shopping carts and tell them about MK Ultra the way that I did? There was one more thing. So this is the Instagram. This is Frosty Whale Instagram. Frosty Wave. See, they're connected here. I don't have Instagram, so I'm not going to sign in. But this is... Look at that. Can I see? Okay, so I can actually click these. So this was only 2 weeks ago. So this is Frosty Wave, redefining women's empowerment. This is so wild. This is so wild, man. Oh, have to have an account. That's lame. This guy really loves this website. Oh, he's got sunglasses too. I like wearing sunglasses as well, especially mirrored ones, and I can just make people creeped out and they have no idea what I'm looking at. I could be looking at the sky. I could be looking at your tits. Who knows, dude? Look at these. So these are all girls that I remember seeing. So like right here, these are these chicks here, and this was so awkward to watch. Are they making these girls in a factory? Are they cloned? All right, now I can tell them apart. Some of them are a little bit better looking than the others. She'll probably be purchased. I'd buy that one right there. That one's not bad either. Some of these are going back to Mama San's fish market to wrap up rice balls and cook some leeks. That one is going back. Oh, I thought shirt said 69. I love that they're all waiting for their opportunity to just be purchased by some affluent man. That's so that is so fucking crazy. Like, oh my God. This is so weird to watch, man. This one just doesn't seem like she's very sure of herself. And this one definitely wants to get purchased. This is like a slave auction. This is pretty much what it is a slave auction. It's so wild to me. I can't believe that I found this. Oh my God. And then here's a website for it. So I think what I remember is, so like Russia had this problem where they were selling women and they were selling women basically through modeling agencies, and these women were very young and getting passed around, and it was not so good. But I think their little trick is they're going to be selling these little pop stars to some freaking Saudi sheik is probably going to buy one of these girls. That's got to be why they deleted the interviews, because I think they probably got a little bit too much attention. It's just wacky. I cannot believe that I stumbled upon this little rabbit hole. Some of these girls want it more than the other one. This is like watching that episode of South Park when the boys wanted to make a boy band, except they're sex slaves. All right, now back in your cage, and the next girls will come in. This is so wild. So let's go back to the website. This is another website covering this this group. Frosty Wave is empowering young women with Talk J's messaging. I don't know what Talk J. Okay, so that's a chat API. Find out how Frosty Wave is empowering young women to grow into their best selves with the Talk J's chat API. Yeah, when I say Talk J's, usually that means that I'm talking to Jared about a certain religious group of people that like to mask themselves as different ethnicities and be culturally divisive and subversive. A growing community in need of seamless communication. Man, this is so dark. How do I end up in these places? Frosty Wave is a fast-growing self-development platform and community for young women who are committed to elevating their femininity, cultivating beauty and grace, and creating a fulfilling life. Founded by Paulina Bialek, Frosty Wave challenges hookup culture and modern narratives that leave many women feeling disillusioned, disconnected from their true selves, and unable to build the future they envision. The other thing, too, is that it's in English. So it's very interesting that I remember the guy that was interviewing these girls was had a British accent. So I'm guessing it's for, I guess, expat, like British expats that go over there. I know that's a big thing that they go over there and like to procure purchasing a wife. Instead, it offers a new path, one rooted in femininity, intentional living, and emotional fulfillment. I don't understand. They keep using this word intentional and intentional living. I don't know what that means. Is that the implications? Our mission is to help women enhance. Okay, so I read that. It's not just a platform, it's a movement. Began to grow. Her team realized they needed a more effective way for users to get connected. I think when you mean users to stay connected, I think you mean going back to this where you're selling women. I'm going to apply to join. An application. Let's begin our journey on purchasing one of these Asian women. Jesus. I don't know if I want to go and submit my information to this place. God, dude. I don't know if I want to do that. That is so wild. And then they use an app. This is so Jeffrey Epstein. It's so crazy. And I can't believe that I just happened to stumble up. Why do I go into these places? It's nuts. It's like the lithium mining team that had a PR firm on YouTube. And now I'm finding a human smuggling ring that was pretending to be a talent agent, a talent agency for girls that just want to find a rich man, and then they sell you through these different companies. It's crazy. Direct scalable architecture. I love when, yeah. So, Mr. Jared, you'll like this one. So what I found, let me recap for you guys, because I started out with, I was going and watching Shameless Spurg, but then I was looking for content for you guys, And I was looking through my subscriptions and I found this thing. And I was like, why does that look familiar? I hadn't looked at it in quite a while. And what it is a talent agency. And it's got all these young, little, hot, like Asian chicks. And I was like, but I thought I remembered when I found this thing months and months ago that it had interviews, and there was a British guy that was interviewing these girls all at the same time, trying to give them an opportunity to win some like contest to become idols. Idols being like some pop star or whatever. And then I was like, all right, let me look more into this. So I started Googling this, Starway Nova. And then it started being connected to this Frosty Whale company here. And I was like, all right, I'm starting to remember this. I remember that. But all of their stuff got deleted. So like they deleted the Instagram page for this. And then they made this one for, this is all connected. There's Frosty Whale. And then there's Frosty Wave, as you can see right here. Really? So someone else knew about this? I didn't see any black girls. All I saw was Asian chicks. And he was basically asking them what their favorite like fashion designers were, kind of like sexually provocative questions. But anyway, so I found Frosty Whale, and then I found that it was attached to this Frosty Wave, which is some kind of thing that you can join as a ambitious, successful man looking to procure these women. You can apply to join, and as you saw, I clicked. You have to start like submitting details. And these girls are basically looking, so it's looking to connect these girls with these rich guys. And they offer a premium program that introduces you to exceptional women. It's really, really crazy. And it's pretty much, I think, like a kind of a smuggling thing, dude. Because I remember when originally with Epstein, I was starting to say, and a lot of these human trafficking things, what they'll do is they'll start out as like modeling agencies. Now this isn't breeding babies for rituals, but they'll use like really, really young Russian girls. And there was a documentary on it on YouTube that was a little iffy because it had a lot of like preteen girls like lined up in underwear and stuff. And I was really surprised. I'm wondering if it's even up. It was very odd to see this. And the girls were talking about basically like being sold into like sex slavery, like co-opted into visiting these guys. It got really dark. But so this is, I guess this side right here is for the men's side to connect to these girls. You go and apply. You start submitting information about yourself. And then close that out. And see, these are the girls here. And then this is the app for girls to go and find, like this is their page to go and find men. Or, yeah, let's see. Our mission is to help women connect to, blah, 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 blah. So this is the app page. It's pretty fucking weird. So I guess we can invest in this. And there you go. So this girl has a little bit of a Russian name. I'm wondering if they've kind of the Russian mafia has moved into this business. It's very interesting. I can't believe that it's actually out there, like, in the public. They really, I guess it makes sense as why they scrubbed all the shit that they had on here. So this is one of the pop groups that they, I guess, they're still touring them around. And let's see. I wonder what this guy is. Nope, no leads on that. But yeah, that's what I was talking about just now. The other thing, when I was doing that, that's interesting to know, Mr. Jared. Then when I was trying to look through this stuff, I found this girl who was talking about, see, I don't know if she just got duped. She is a IT furry. And she's not a bad looking girl to be a furry. It's very weird. Blossom, the Jew chick. You talking about the girl that had that show and she had enormous tits? That's how I remember women, is if they've got large tits or small tits. That's the only way I differentiate. Where was it? So she had, I think she got hustled here. She said she went on a date with a guy that was like part of like some $500 million company. And where is that one? It was kind of funny. Damn it. I know how I can find it. I'll look through my history real quick so I can pull that up. Come on, buddy. All right, there we go.
I also went on a date with the startup founder whose company was valued at like $500 million or something. I think it was using AI to replace Indian accents for call centers so they sounded more white. But anyway, this date, I think he also came prepared with like a list of like very interview-like questions. For example, one of the questions he asked me was, how would your friends describe you? Anyway, I answered him, and then I asked,
it would be so funny if this guy was connected to this Frosty Whale thing.
what about you? And he said, I don't know. And at the very end of the date, he said he forgot his wallet. So, I paid for this experience. I also went on a date with the startup.
He works for a $500 million, or owns a $500 million company, and he made her pay for the date. That's so awesome. The only way to counter AI is to get it to say the magic word that upsets 13% of the population. I think that naughty word that starts with an N and ends with Igor gets more than just 13% of the population riled up due to systemic training and mind control. Where were we at? Oh yeah, this chick. I just kind of want to explore her because I haven't really dug into her, but it was just very interesting that she's not a bad looking chick and she's into being a furry. Very weird. That's a market that I didn't know. I mean, there you go. Oh, God. This is so weird. This girl, this girl has some... It doesn't just end with furries. When someone's into furries and it's a cute chick like this girl likes to be peed on. there's something. This girl's getting pissed on. Or maybe she's a toilet slave, like the other chick was talking about. Jesus, dude. Let's find. All right, let's. What is this?
God, it's pretty big. Oh, Sav, you look gorgeous. You're going to fit right in with all the other girls. You really think so? I don't look too young? Mom, I've never even been to a real school before. Is public school different from homeschool? Well, sure it's different, honey, but you'll be okay. You've read the student handbook, right? Yeah, twice. They just seem so uptight. Don't worry about it, love. I'm sure it won't be that bad. Okay.
Jesus. Sorry. Oh my God. What I love when women make videos like that is that they're giving you a little taste of their mind, of what's really going on in their head. This is not for us. This is just her, like, basically making a diary. And because they have such an ego, it's like, girls will always post, like, on, like, social media, these pictures of, it's like some like meme where it's like, black and white or something, and it's like, she was a strong individual woman that climbed, and it's just like just inspirational shit for girls. And I think this is kind of into the mind of what we're experiencing with this girl.
Hi. Are you new here? Is it that obvious? Well, a little. But hey, that's okay. I'm Angelina Davis. You can call me Angie or Lena, whatever. Just don't call me Angel. I hate that. Hi, Lena. I'm Savannah Reed. Well, it's nice to meet you, Savvy. Do you need some help getting around?
She didn't say you could call her Savvy. Jesus, dude. Keep blasting us with the sound.
Your locker's right beside mine and my friend's. Really? Here, I'll show you. Follow me. This place is amazing. Hardly. So, did you just move here or something? Yeah, from Montana. I was homeschooled. Oh, don't worry. We'll teach you all that you need to know.
What a weird person. What a very odd mindset. Oh shit. All right, so she has $1 million. Let's see what she's got going on here.
What would retiring early with $1 million look like? This user is talking about $4 million, but assuming you have $1 million in savings, the market usually grows at like 6 to 7% each year. And to live this life, you need everything invested in stock. So that is very risky. If there is like a crash, for example, you're kind of screwed because the money that you withdraw will be a larger portion of your savings. But assuming a 4% withdrawal rate, you have an income of $40,000 a year. That's also like not a number just pulled out of my ass, by the way. This number is from the Trinity study, and it's like a pretty conservative estimate considering like market is 6 to 7% a year, and it's been actually increasing like 10% the last few years. But like I do think the last few years have been crazy, and they're an exception. Now let's break down what the spending might look like for a single individual, the caveat being like no kids, no house. Let's start with rent at like $2,000 a month. You could probably live anywhere in the country, but you would need a roommate. And a year's worth of rent would already take up half of your retirement income. Usually it's recommended to spend 33% of your income on rent. You could also get this number down by foregoing living in cities like New York. Like, it's very hard to find a place under $2K in New York, but it's definitely doable for like Florida. The other thing is you will not be eating out. Or I guess like you can sometimes, but like not for every meal. For most meals, you will be cooking. For me, I usually spent like...
This is like baby's first introduction to basic just taking care of yourself.
Like $200 to $400, but this was like also paired a lot with eating out and eating at my workplace. You also need healthcare. Well, I mean, you might want healthcare. I think if you're younger, you can kind of swing it, but that will also be a couple $100s a month. Also adding a gym membership because that does more for your health than any health insurance plan. After budgeting for these necessities, you've kind of exhausted most of your budget. And like depending on if you have a car, for the remaining few $100s, I would also allocate some amount for like gas. Also, I'm kind of envisioning that at this point you've accumulated enough physical things so you're not really like spending it on
This woman's an idiot. All right, if you have $1 million, you could purchase at least a few homes and maybe get a couple of duplexes, live in half of it, and then rent out the other part. This is why I would not take financial advice from some dipshit like this.
merch, such as clothes and items. At $2,000 per month rent with health insurance, you would have to save very aggressively in order to go on like, I don't know, international trips that cost a few $1,000s. But I'd wager if you really want to pursue this kind of frugal lifestyle, you should not be living somewhere where rent is $2,000 per month.
So if you managed to procure $1 million and you don't know what to do with it, you just were able to go and get $1 million in the bank. Listen to this girl for financial advice. I just love the idea of just, well, I have $1 million. Let me go look at this this girl over here on YouTube with 27,000 followers, and she's a furry and works in IT.
Like, I believe you can get this number down to 1,000 even. But I don't know, I find location very important, and like probably because like I'm in my 20s, there's more appeal to living in.
Oh, she's in her 20s. So this is the phase where you know everything, and so you want to go and explain everything to everyone else.
The city. But yeah, there are some cuts that you could make in order to have a higher fun/travel budget. I guess like maybe if you're traveling a lot, it doesn't really matter if where you live is kind of like the middle of nowhere. Plus, like you might not need full coverage health insurance if you're in your 20s, but you didn't hear that from me. Like I kind of did a no spend challenge last.
You get taxed for it. If you don't have insurance, then you're still going to get taxed up the ass for it because of, thank God for Obama making it a requirement. What the fuck are you talking about?
Year, so I posted a lot of those videos and I was consistently spending like $3,000 a month. So it's doable, but you need to be frugal. And a lot of people would rather like, you know, work and then get to splurge. So that's fair. If you're wondering what my post-retirement life looks like, I'm pretty much just doing nothing all day. I aspire to live an ascetic monk-like lifestyle. But in reality, I just play lots of Pokemon TCG Pocket. And like, I'm grateful that I don't have a job every day, because when I did have a job, I was like, I could be doing nothing right now, but instead...
This girl's going to be getting a job in about 3 years. So this is what happens when you... Jesus, man. Oh, God. She's already broke.
Hey guys, as you know, I used to work at Google as a software engineer until I left my job to retire early. Unfortunately, I've exceeded my budget for this month of January.
God damn, I love that. That's so funny. Only 2 videos later, she's already broke. I have $1 million. 2 videos later, she's getting free samples. She's eating up free samples at Costco. You can't make this shit up.
I only need to last a few more days, so let's go get some free samples at Costco.
This is going to be her new living quarters right here. While I'm at it, I might as well buy myself a new home.
Some free samples at Costco. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Someone should show her the meme of Alex Jones and he's like, they don't want you to know that the ducks at the pond are free.
Chips. Wow. Thank you. Oh, I was doing a vlog, but don't worry, you're out of the frame.
Ooh, mac and cheese. Thank you. They were also selling electrolyte powder that tasted like Gatorade. I should drink this ahead of time because I didn't want it to spill. In a hidden corner of the store, I found some crackers. Prosciutto! I saw that they even had caviar on sale for only $54. That was too good of a deal to turn down.
Bro, it's $50.
We're living off of free samples at Costco, and then we're looking at $50 for fucking caviar. God damn, that's so funny. Speaking of like pets at the pet shelter, this girl is basically like, it's like if you just leave an animal and just let it fend for itself that's been inside for the longest time. And it's like, well, I guess we're doing this now.
Yeah, is it worth? I also found another hidden treat, panda custard buns. Finally, I was ready to check out. The first item I tried was the mac and cheese. It was a little cold and hard by then, because I think they cooked it al dente. The fermented beet dish I really enjoyed, and it was one of my favorites out of the whole bunch. I really like that beet. I'm also pleasantly surprised about the appearance of prosciutto, because prosciutto is pretty expensive. It's got both meat and cheese. And like the cracker was good too.
Prosciutto's expensive because it has meat and cheese. Ma'am, you just bought a bunch of fucking eggs in a small tin for $50. And you don't even have the money to afford to put them on crackers?
My favorite was definitely the panda bun, because it was so cute, and I definitely ordered a lot of those at dim sum.
Father is a very shame. Much a shame.
The chips, unfortunately, were pretty much reduced to dust at that point. Also, I think the fruit noodles were not it. Like, the taste was fine, but like, it's just the noodle form that I couldn't get past. I'm just not sure the context in which you would ever use this.
It's kind of funny seeing an Asian repulsed by odd foods, especially a noodle. Ma'am, your people stuff frogs into a bat and then drink it. You have no room to talk.
I do think they were probably pretty healthy though. All in all, I have Costco to thank for a balanced meal consisting of fruits, veggies, carbs, and protein. As for the caviar, I decided to pair it with creme fraiche on a slice of toast. I decided to taste it by itself first, and it came with a mother of pearl spoon because metal spoons tend to mess with the taste. So I spread a bit of creme fraiche onto the bread, and I dispersed the generous helping of caviar across the toast. This was so good. I really liked it, although I kind of don't like the taste of creme fraiche. It's pretty sour and tangy, and unfortunately I ran out of caviar before running out of the creme fraiche, so I have to eat it every day with my toast now. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe for more Costco free
This has got to be satire. There's no fucking way. This lady is just so silly. You're a silly lady. You're silly. You're a silly person. Annoying things about living in China.
A Chinese national asked me if in America they prefer black people.
Well, I'll answer that for you. No, we do not. I'm going to break the news. Oh, we do not prefer them.
And I was like, well, in America, we try not to judge based on, like, somebody's race. And
ma'am, how long have you been living here? Because that's all we do.
They were like, okay, if two people are, like, equally qualified for a position, but, like, one of them is black, does the black person get the position? These homogenous Asian countries with no racial diversity whatsoever don't have any clue of the racial tensions in America. They probably know that slavery was a thing in American history, but not much else.
Because they wouldn't be taught American history in schools, they would be taught Chinese history in schools. And if you ask me,
You think that the Chinese don't know? You think the Chinese? I know how to say "niga." I know that. That's the one Chinese word I know because it used to make me laugh when I would be around Chinese people and they would just be constantly be "niga, niga, niga." Hold on, I gotta back up because I lost my train of thought with this little goofball, this little rice ball.
because they wouldn't be taught American history in schools, they would be
Oh, that's what she was talking about. She was talking about slavery. Ma'am, your little brother, if he doesn't get his act together, will be making Nikes in a sweatshop. I'm pretty sure they're familiar with slavery. On top of the Muslim little subsect that lives in your country that you've put into labor camps.
be taught Chinese history in schools. And if you ask me about the Warring States period or the Qin Dynasty, I probably wouldn't have a clue. If you tell non-Americans, yeah, we don't care about race, we care about merit, they're going to say, oh, that sounds good. However, explaining to them the concept of reparations, intersectionality, DEI will be a harder sell. Black people are not favored in the US.
So we do know about so she does know about DEI, but then also we work on merit. Somebody has been working at Google for too long.
They are discriminated against, so the point of DEI is to counteract this. Tons of companies with this new administration have gotten rid of their DEI efforts, so they're not even paying lip service to this anymore. That's the long answer to the question, but my Chinese skills are really bad, like toddler level, so the short answer is no.
It's very funny that just the other day we were watching, actually we should watch that. The DEI in the lithium mining company. God, that's so funny. Where is that? It's in my subscriptions. There it is. There's right there. All right. Oh, wait, no, okay, so they do only have this one here. This is so funny. For anybody that didn't see this last time, when I found this is so fucking funny. Is this guy? Oh, right here. Okay, this guy. Let me go back to it. So this is so funny. This is a channel that I played on one of the previous streams, where it's a Prospect Resources Limited. It's basically like the PR, like YouTube page for like a literal like lithium mining company, and they show the living conditions. Where is that I just had it? Okay, let me close this sex slavery. So this is the they're showing off the living quarters for their mine workers. Look at the positive music. This is where you'll be living when you're mining our toxic metals for fractions of a penny on the dollar. God. This is where you'll be losing fingers. Some of you may not make it back to your village alive, but at least you'll have a cool story. And maybe somebody in America will scoop you up and let you write a book. Not actually write the book, they'll ghostwrite it for you because you can't read or write. Look at that. I love the positive music. So like once you finish your hard day of work and you get to walk back on your bare feet or your shoes with holes in them on this awful fucking makeshift sidewalk back into your little tent. That's interesting, Jared. I didn't know that. And then this was, let's see. Yeah, this is, where is this guy? He says it at one point.
Inclusion growth. We've invested in the rehabilitation of the Nyansoe-Nyungu Road, improving accessibility and transport for the local communities. We're about to launch 2 major infrastructure projects benefiting the royal establishment and the wider chiefdom. And this will strengthen the local governance and cultural heritage, as well as improve water and sanitation initiatives, and improving the quality of life of the local residents. With regards to sustainability and environmental responsibility, we have secured a positive decision from ZEMA on our environmental and social.
Where is it that he says it?
Entirely run by women.
Oh, there we go. There it is. This is so funny to me.
Contractors, all direct from the Matebo chiefdom. Our camp facilities management is entirely run by women, reinforcing our commitment to gender empowerment and inclusion growth.
Yeah, I actually watched Empire of Dust not too long after, or right around the same time. It is also tiresome. I watched the 6-minute video searching Empire of Dust. I'll just give people a little taste of that who haven't seen. I love it. I love this Asian man's just hate for these people is so funny to me.
哎呀，工地上这个设备啊，这真的是损坏严重的很，尤其他们这个黑人开车他们这个开车伤车伤得很厉害。其实在国内啊，大家把这个车保存的好的，像3、4年的车啊，都是最好的车，就青壮年的车最好的。在这儿我们这车都是才2、3年的车，都已经都破烂不堪了。他这个操作。
This reminds me of that game when, like in the 90s, I used to play. I don't know if you guys ever played it, called Lemmings, where you literally you just had to do every single step for these lemmings. Otherwise, they would just like fall off the map and die. You have to really just make sure that like you're on top of everything with these people.
哦，他他们这个黑人司机啊，他这个一起步就想飞。你看他一起步，那个车轮都在底下打转，他对这个车轮磨损也严重。他这个转这一下子，那这个跑公里那都少跑好几百公里。哎，这他妈的笨的，真的是。
Yeah, Slav. At one point, I remember him saying that they had invested $2 billion in this. I think I first actually found out about this documentary. If you've never seen this, Jared, it's called The Empire of Dust. And it actually spawned a really famous meme of a Chinese guy standing there, and it says, it's all so tiresome, because he's just so fed up dealing with these Africans. And what was I saying? Damn it. I lost my point. There was something else that I watched that was related to this. Oh, that's what it was. I had found a guy's channel from, I think it was Kenya. He was a Range Rover dealer in Kenya. I'll try to see if I can find that while this is playing.
在1954年了，1954年那个僵尸之后，
那有50多年了
，50多年了，对，50几56，快56年。但是
那就是他们比利时人给你们修好以后，你们再没有铺过柏油的。
对，没破过，没人管那个事情。 Avec lui, quand on parle, tu auras l'impression comme ça, se chamaille. Non, c'est sa façon de parler. Il parle comme ça, c'est sa façon de parler.
我那时候晚上有时候，我那时候搞的时候，有时候发电机他们那个，所以说他有点傻，抓住那种就是感觉可恨的慌，一定要把他整回去，整到营地里面，当然老回里面要打他一顿，或者就是我不打他，我给警察面前让警察打。
本来这都是按升算的，但是为了说老是这个不好弄，你没办法计量，就量着高度，这高度是高度呗，高度。 升的是刚6厘米是吧？每天下班时候给他量一下高度，你把就把高度给他写。还有昨天的ID，他这。
Yeah, that it reminded me of like someone telling the people in Rhodesia what you're talking about with the you guys like he was talking about the black guy or the Chinese guy is telling the black guys like we had like nothing, and then in like the last century we started out with nothing, and then we built basically Hong Kong and all these giant cities, and then you guys have been given this for almost 200 years. You had railway lines and all this other shit, and this is what you've done with it. And he's just not even being racist. He's not even really like hateful. He's just, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
这个铁路线整个都给毁掉了，是吧？真的是建起来不容易很啊，到处的这个基础设施都很差现在。哎，
But bump.
我就看那个老黑也可怜了。
Here you go, Slav, for that joke.
恨得很，尤其是你现在那个偷油的，偷就偷了，而且说的时候他就，感觉就是你把他冤枉。
差多少干？是呀，那还。
Well, before the white man came there, they actually had spaceships and Wakanda. And then, unfortunately, due to the evil Yakub, who enslaved everybody and propped up the white man, all of the black men in Africa have been left in an empire of dust.
他说跟你那个人撞车顶错了，撞车的那个人。
他现在说的能起作用吗？那能起作用吗？
So I don't know how to do, my friend. I told him, but your mistake was you was supposed to get there when they are charging, when they're putting the good in your car. The car that you're gonna drive, you have to check what kind of good and the quantity, isn't it?
This reminds me of the first time that I worked on a commercial job site when I was younger, and they had a bunch of obviously illegal Mexicans. I don't remember. I'm assuming they did drywall because that's pretty much what they do. And these motherfuckers would come in, and like the builder had bought like these nice giant fans. They're like $300. Those big like 3 foot wide, 4 foot wide fans to cool the place down. And these fucking assholes would stick shit in them when people weren't looking and just destroy them. And that's the same vibe of these fucking third world assholes that you try to be nice and they can't help themselves. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you people.
哎呀，这事真难搞啊！
He said the line. I love that.
哎呀，这事 是真的。
I love that. It's such a pure moment right there. Just really just all of this for nothing. And he really understands, like, I bet you he really had no feelings towards these people. And he really just like all of it sunk in right there.
难搞啊！这个当地干什么事情啊，这个时间观念差的很，这一点确实是很不适。很多环节就浪费在这个时间上，来回这个折腾来折腾去的。你看说这个多少没有？说了没有？多少方说了没有？
这个啊，那边嘛，
那是死的，看就是两岸高度，长城宽的是。
I don't even understand how stuff in this country gets built because aside from those Mexicans that were just destroying things, I also was in charge of, my job was to keep a bunch of ex-cons in line and make sure that they were doing their jobs, which is like herding cats. It was so frustrating to just deal with these retards that were just, you'd think you just got out of prison and you'd want to, like, I don't know, make some money. You kind of like want to improve yourself. You'd be thankful for being out. And nope.
30分钟平了再说吧。连着呀！哦，
这吃的质量很差，这吃的质量差的很，拖不住。本来这个应该好吃的应该拖2米线。
你在中国传的，这个跟你们关系吧？
哪是中国产？
中国传的，我跟你讲。
他这个菜。刚才说是你们受欧洲国家管理这么长时间，应该是学到了很多先进的管理经验。
哪有多少时间？没有多少时间了。我们炒那个要那个国经济啊，很炒。现在是50年了，最近50年那个。就是50年以前，你不是受他们 50年以前什么都好啊。
是啊，那个先进的影响，那个代代往传下来，越传越文明越发达了，怎么越来越倒退，越落后了？
That is a good line in this. I love when he says that because it's made in China. This motherfucker, he got his ass with that one.
你看这么先进的铁路，我1930几年就电气化铁路，我这中国啥时候才有电气化铁路的？你看矿区那个铁路，电气化那个双轨铁路，因为架得多好。你看现在顶上那个什么，哎呀，千疮百孔啊，破烂不堪啊。 把原有留下的东西根本都没有更加的爱护保护去利用它，反而都遭到了毁灭性的重创，就成成这样子的嘛。只有慢慢经过几代人。
What's funny right here is that he knows he's right. He really, like, even though he got him with that tape measure joke, he really just, it's sinking in right there. That face says it all. He knows he's right. And he's just by himself. He knows that the rest of these dumbasses, it's just not going to work.
就是中国说的那句话：“今人有酒今人醉，明人没酒喝凉水。”就是，就这样子。
Pokoknya kita semua makan dulu. Ya betul boleh tu sekarang ni. Semua tu mau siapa semua makan. Kau minum kau nak mula.
That really is such a profound movie. It really is crazy to know that $2 billion, really $2 billion went into nothing. And really all that happened was a guy made a documentary about it. Oh, what was I? Oh yeah, I was going to show. Yeah, that was what was interesting, is that he actually had the ability to communicate. I'm wondering what like dictator's son he was. This one is funny too. Well, I want to see. Close that. Close that. I'm done with this chick. I just kind of want to look at this real quick. This kind of made me laugh. I love.
Welcome to today's video. And yes, guys,
I love seeing. I love seeing these people try to like market themselves. This was the president's vehicle, which, I mean, it's a decent vehicle. I work on these sometimes, and it's just so funny to think that like the president of an entire nation, a well-known nation, it just is driving this, and this is what this is the selling point. And who knows if this guy is even lying about like where he got this Range Rover. There was probably multiple women raped in this vehicle.
Hii ni hate control na hate rock. Hate control hizi mbili. Hii iko mpaka kwa zile gari ndogo. Kama Mazda Demio iko na hii, kuna zile hizi tu gari tu.
No, it's not VW. They're their own brand. Because I work on these. This is a Range Rover JLR, Jaguar Land Rover, is their own subsidy. They do have a strong ownership by Indian company, but they've kind of bought themselves back out of Tata Motors. But I know quite a bit about these vehicles. It's funny watching him describe all these features. And what's going to be funny to somebody here is whoever buys this vehicle. Because like here, depending on the age of this, I'm looking at the screen right here. So this is probably, if it's in good condition, maybe somewhere between a $20,000 and $30,000 car here. The problem though is on these vehicles, they have air ride suspension. So that's one thing that is going to be a pain in the ass if it goes bad. And good luck getting somebody qualified to work on one of these, because it's not an easy vehicle to work on. And this is going to be somebody's nightmare. Oh God, and overheating in the problem with these cars is it's a great car. I love these things, but driving this in the desert, they have a lot of cooling issues, and you're gonna have coolant leaks. This thing is gonna get fucked.
Nenda Uber tuko na hii auto stop. Ukifika mahali kwa traffic ama kwa jam, gari lazima yenyewe. Ukirelease foot brake, gari ina start na inaendelea. Hizi ni za kucontrol. Hapa kuna controls tofauti. Kuna za ikiwa straight, kuinama kama ni mali.
Okay, so this is actually an old version. Yeah, this is pretty dated. This is more of like a $15,000 car. So I bet you this thing has some high miles on this one. I believe, looking at that there.
Imeinama, inaweka stability. Sasa hii una control na hii kulingana na terrain yenye unatumia. So iko hivyo. In handbrake yake. In handbrake yake.
I very much considered moving over to Dubai to be a mechanic over there, because I know how to work on Mercedes and Land Rover, Range Rover, Jaguar.
huwezi ona kama hizi gari zenyu za kawaida hapa za Japan vile zinaandika, tukifungua hapo unaona mpaka sijui RPM nini. Hii ni digital machine.
Digital machine.
Comfortability, armrest.
Comfortability.
Yeah, sunroof. Ona machine hapa mzee. Ona machine moonroof. Ziko na speaker pia. Moonroof, sunroof. Hizo control zote ziko hapo. Na obvious huwa iko na unaweza weka ile tunaita autopilot iko nayo.
Aya.
Kuna mpaka autopilot. Autopilot utaset. Alafu hizi ni za wakati unataka control kama manual hizi. So unaweza tumia hii alafu unaweza
I love looking at these vehicles.
Manual.
Here's another one out of Kenya. There was a Range Rover dealership that I was looking at one time. I just happened to stumble upon it, and it might have been this guy.
What's up, guys? Soleo.
It's so funny to look at just what's going on over there. Look at this guy driving a... That's so crazy. How did you get the money for those? That's so funny. Holy shit. Oh, there we go.
Haya, sasa tuintroduce wewe umetuleta hapa Mombasa. Niaje? Unasikika vizuri? Mimi niko sawa.
I like that they make the title in English and then just speak in their fucking gibberish.
Anakusikia live. Tupeleke tuko na gari gani hapa?
X7 of 1.
Nimesikia 1 of 1 in Kenya.
Yes. Napata zingine lakini M50 hayo hujapata.
Alafu nasikia nakuja na haya.
These things suck so much to work on. God, I hate these fucking things so much. They've got 2 turbos on this, it looks like. Yeah, and so the fucking thing just got fucking insanely fucking hot in the engine bay. Like, immediately. God, I hate those fucking cars.
Yes, alafu imekuja na kampuni inaitwa Yaf Japan. Sasa kameramani, acha tupigie rev kidogo.
I'm getting pretty good at working on these. I would never buy one of these unless you had a fucking warranty. Just if you ever accidentally get the money to buy a G-Wagon, do not purchase it unless you have a good amount of money and a fucking warranty. Same thing with that thing. That's crazy to me that they have a whole car scene in Kenya. Pigeon English. I just saw some article of like pigeon English. I can't believe that that's even a thing. That's insane to me.
And GTS, please. Simbaya. Mombasa raha. Mambo imekuwa shwari. Kama ati kameramani. Revs bana, hapo ukao rev wingi. Cameraman, huku kila mtu ana rev bana. Lakini Nairobi kuna watu wengine wanakataa kurev. Wewe ni nani? Hata Jimny ina rev huku. Imagine.
Oh, China owns Kenya now. That's probably why they're getting all that money. Chevy 75 truck. Yeah, that's a solid way to go. There's plenty of aftermarket stuff to keep that up. The good thing about working on those old trucks is if something breaks, a lot of times if you're really in a pinch, you can fix it with something easy. Land Cruiser Series 70 quad cab. I'm trying to remember. Is that the old Land Cruiser? Okay, yeah. I have a I'll show you guys what I have. I got one of these. That's what I've got. I've got to pull the engine out, and I've got to basically rebuild this entire vehicle. But that's what mine looks like. Mine's got a little bit, it's not as nearly as nice. It's pretty much the same exact thing. That's lifted. This looks like the suspension is changed out. I think I have a video of actually what I have on my channel. Let me pull that up. Oops. Okay. There we go.
Hell yeah.
All right. That's mine right here. It's not running anymore. I think I need to replace the the clutch probably as well. It fucking died on me when I was moving it over to my mom's house.
Brother.
That's when I got it running.
We got this thing
That was a while ago.
now. Nice. Hell yeah. Very cool.
And that's my Jaguar. You can kind of see right there. I've got an orange F-Type. That's my daily driver. My daily pain in the ass to fucking maintain.
Very cool. We'll have to take this out for a spin.
Yeah, so basically, I have to go and basically remove all of this. So I have to remove the whole front and then lift out the engine. I replaced all the brake and clutch reservoirs already, but I gotta clean all this shit up.
Tomorrow. I got new brake lines, so we can fix that up.
You want to watch African aircraft? Dude, I think I saw that. I think that's Oh, I gotta look in a different spot. That's my channel. Let's go. There it is. These are always funny. God, these are so sad, but Jesus Christ. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, no. Oh, no. He's lucky he didn't get decapitated by that shit.
He dreams of soaring with the birds in an aircraft built with his own 2 hands. 12 other aircrafts he has built before have all failed to take off. He hopes things will be different this time.
What a bitch. Why did she have to mention that part about him having 12 other aircraft that failed to... What an asshole.
The 13th time. The engines roar to life, and then Upendo is out of his hands, and down what passes as a runway. For a few glorious seconds, Upendo is airborne,
no, I've seen this.
and then it crashes to the ground. Another dream dashed. 13 is not a lucky number after all.
This reminds me right here of like the Wacky World of Sports cartoon where they all had like these different contraptions that they would fly to race, the Wacky Racers.
And when the time came, the homemade plane was towered by a car to gain the required speed to take off, but seems to be more obsessed with the ground than the air, failing to take off.
This is literally what they were doing. Just Wacky Racers. Just these stupid ass contraptions.
We had our first test flight on 26th of November.
Oh, I do not trust that.
We tested the speed of the aircraft and it was okay. But we had some little hitches with the engine.
That's a good
we
point.
are seeking for funds, sponsorships from the corporate bodies, government, and other institutions who are willing to help to come on board so that they help us develop this aircraft.
I've been having dreams of flying ever since I was young, but I have not had the support to fly.
The 45-year-old used to watch President Hastings band his chopper as a child, sparking a lifelong passion for helicopters.
This looks like something that you, like, when I was a little kid, you would put, like, 50 cents into the little slot, and then you would put 50 cents into it, and then you would sit there and just rock back and forth, and it would play music outside of the Kmart.
After years of planning and watching war movies, he decided to build one of his own.
My intention is to show to Malawi that Malawians too can do what the whites do.
They don't get cocky.
We had some challenges with the wiring system resulting in short circuits, but slowly everything has been sorted out.
Felix is eager to take to the skies, but he's been warned against taking a test flight before the Civil Aviation Authority's approval. If his first flight is successful, Felix will be flying into the history books with his homemade helicopter and his sky-high ambitions.
You know, the major advantage you have of if you make a helicopter out of wood, you got quite a bit of weight removed off of there.
Thursday last week, Gabriel Ndarito was confident his twin-seater aircraft was ready for trials, a step that would either elevate him to a pioneer in aircraft manufacturing in Kenya or leave him.
You know, if they actually do get this taken off the ground and they start making their own air force, God help that country, because the amount of war that they've already got going on. Imagine what'll happen if they can start bombing each other with airplanes.
Trying. But he encountered the first challenge at his backyard. The plane would not fit into the truck he had hired to transport it to Kangundo for the trials. But Gabriel and his team did not anticipate the mishap that followed. The plane collapsed. But that did not mean the end of the road. The mechanics did their part to restore it. And the IT specialist turned pilot, who admits has never seen the inside of a cockpit, did his. The second and third day ended without much success. Oh my God. But by Sunday, the team had done everything in their power to get this plane powered by a Toyota NZE engine and a chloride oxide battery to make sure it would fly.
Even if we are able to make it 3 feet or 4 feet, we believe we'll have moved a big step.
So in a spirited mood, they gave the aircraft the push they thought it needed to gain momentum for takeoff. A crowd had formed, anxious to see a potentially historic moment. But just when it seemed ready to take the leap, it diverted from the runway and collapsed once again.
Yeah, that kid that was welding on that airplane he's going to be blind by the age of, I'm assuming he was like 14. By the time he's 20, he's going to just have full-on cataracts.
Gabriel was heartbroken, but surprisingly, his spirit was unbroken.
I'll go back to the drawing board and design the landing gear better, and also study a little bit more about the landing gear.
According to his judgment, the problem lies in the rear wheels. He says it is clear they can't support the weight of the 800 kg plane.
Mpaka tuhakikisha ya kwamba hiyo miguu itaweza kumundu ile uzito ya hii.
In a month's time, Gabriel expects to be back here for a second trial.
Got quite a bit of reserve willpower, and I think the small hiccups are more so nothing to do with the aerodynamics. They are more so to do with small practicalities like sparking plugs. Nothing to do with the aerodynamics.
I mean, technically he is correct. It does not have anything to do with the aerodynamics, because for that to play, he would have had to get it into the air. So right now his problem is actually just getting it moving.
When you dream big, you have to
start.
All
right, this looks promising.
For Chris and Samba, the founder of the African Space Research Program, that entails using his back garden to construct Uganda's first jet aircraft, ahead of the planned launch of a satellite into space.
Okay, we're supposed to at least have a probe.
All right, so I see one problem that these guys are going to run into. From what it looked like, this looks like somebody's courtyard. Now, you've assembled the airplane in the courtyard. Are you going to have to take a wall down to get it out? Or how is that going to work?
In the lower orbit of the Earth, at least in the next 4 to 5 years.
There is still a long way to go. The engine for this prototype is yet to be built. Chris and his team are just putting the finishing touches to a shell, and they will have to build a much more robust machine from scratch in order to realise his dreams. But his volunteers appear willing to put their lives in his hands.
As we take this project up, I expect to be one of the participating flying pilots for this project.
So far, the programme has received a modest $80,000 or so in private donations, but its prospects have been boosted by an official pledge of support from Uganda's government, which is donating an undisclosed sum.
The President has talked to them on phone, and based on my report, he has agreed to give them some support.
Reaction to the government's backing for the space programme from citizens on the streets of the capital, Kampala, has been largely positive.
Imagine being the guy that's trying to invest in the flight program here, and then you watch that documentary of Empire of Dust, and you're just like, even with $2 billion, you would be better off just buying an airfield and an airplane and pilot lessons. And even for that, you would have so much money left over.
Right now, we have the priorities to be invested in money like construction of roads, construction of hospitals. Even the healthcare is in a very bad state. It's really a good idea, but it needs some time to invest money.
Space research, to me, I think is very important. It's very paramount because, first of all, it will educate our people.
But Chris's ambitions haven't always been viewed favourably. And he admits that even now, people sometimes think he's mad.
When we are done with our work, when we are done with our project, it does that talking on our behalf. So that's not really an issue of being called crazy.
The development of a thick skin leaves Chris confident that he can deal with the many ups and downs that will surely confront him in
The future Atlantis, as in it's going to go underneath the sea. Oh my God. These people would be the first people to just drown their country surrounded by desert. I guess Uganda is what? Uganda is kind of Central Africa, right? It's been a while. Yeah. Well, the good thing is that they made everything out of steel, so it should last for a little while. I want to show you guys this guy who makes me laugh so hard, and he pisses so many people off. This is Hagatha Sisti. Now, when you look at him, you might think he's like some tranny or whatever. This guy he does these bits, and a lot of them got deleted. Where was it? He had a black friend that he did videos with. God damn, he was so crazy. I can't find the... Okay, they must have gotten taken off. Dude, he was doing videos. Jesus, this looks so crazy. He's so fucking crazy. He would do like these bits with this black guy that were so fucking racist. And sometimes people that like conservative like influencers will find this guy's picture and think that this guy is like an actual tranny. This guy, if you go on his Twitter page, is like constantly arguing with like trannies and stuff, and people about race relations.
Hi everybody, my name is Hagatha, and this is my first mukbang video. Okay, I've been really excited to make this, and I watch a lot of the other ones, and
so riled
I'm
up.
really I'm inspired by them, because I don't know, I just really like to eat food, and I like to watch other people eat food. Okay, so look at what I'm eating today. This is a meatball sandwich that I made myself. I didn't make the bread, but I actually made the meatballs and the sauce. The meat is actually, it's hamburger and ground Italian sausage. Here. And then I put underneath some pepper jack cheese for a little extra spiciness. And then I put it all in a roll. And then I put the balls and the sauce in it. And then I put provolone cheese on top. This is going to be delicious. It's still hot. It's steaming right now.
Oh my God.
And I put a little, also got me a glass of milk.
My wife
and I put a nice
drinking it with milk is the craziest part of this is eating a fucking meat hoagie, a meatball sub with fucking milk. You fucking absolute mad lad. My my wife was just telling me that one of her aunts was on Facebook and someone posted this guy and was losing their shit. They're like, what the fuck is this?
It's cube in it. You know, because I like my milk to stay cold. And you know, milk is always good. It reduces like the acid of like the tomato sauce or hot stuff. You know what I'm saying? It'll make you feel better. And I've been having heartburn lately. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to pick this up.
Yeah. So during the Bush Wars, not only did they fucking like, yeah, I remember the shooting overhead, but the other thing that they did also is that they were convinced that they had like invincibility. And so they were just telling them to just like run straight into, yeah. They told them they had like invincibility. So they just had these just hundreds of people just run straight into machine gun fire. It was such a fucking just insane fucking slaughter of these people.
Oh my God, look at this big girl. Yeah.
Oh God. That is so crazy.
Hi everybody, I'm Hogatha Sisty.
Ask Hogatha anything you want, baby.
Oh my God. All the good videos got taken off. There we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and those who are confused. I'm Kitty Demure, and this is the Kitty Box. It's Sunday, March 30th, 2025, and I'm here to slice through the insanity with a stiletto sharper than your grandmother's tongue. Tonight, we're revisiting LA's glitter-crusted train wreck, Maybe a Girl, if you can even call him that. Let's be real, Maybe a Girl is a rage bait name, not a serious one. It sounds like a stage act or a cartoon character, and it
I don't know if I can handle this right now.
I'm not really a girl, but I'll make you mad.
I just wanted to see the videos that he did. Yeah. He did some good videos, but it's a dude. He's not he's not like actually like tranny. He actually really hates trannies. That's him right there.
Hi everybody, it's Billy Day. I am going to eat a Jersey Mike sandwich that I just bought. Okay, now I haven't opened it. I've opened the bag, okay, but I haven't opened the sandwich. I ordered this online for me to pick up, and when I get there, it's not made, and then they go, oh yeah, our phone orders, right, or our internet orders. So I'm at the back of the line, even though I was there exactly on time when they said it would be made. See, this is the shit that irritates me about all of this new way of ordering shit, because we're at home on our phones, on our apps, and we are basically doing the work.
This is here. I'll show you guys something. This is actually pretty good because I think I actually met one of these guys that's in this documentary. why would I watch it? Because it's fucking hilarious looking to me. He deleted all his good videos, like I said. But this is Florida Man documentary. And I remember seeing one of these guys actually walking around downtown Orlando when I used to live down there.
Huh? Huh? Come on, big dude. Huh? Don't put that damn cigarette up.
So why do you get in so many fights, man? So tell me, what are the altercations about?
Huh?
Why do you get in so many fights?
Why do I get in so many fights? I like it. I like it. I swear to God, I like it. You know, and I'll tell you what, you might be a big dude, but right there is where my mama got killed at. And I'll tell you what, there ain't nobody bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little small punk, and I'll tell you what, and I like to throw these motherfuckers right here.
Oh, that's in Coco. I'm pretty sure that's in Coco.
I love to throw these jokers right down, and there ain't nobody is gonna whip me. You know what I'm saying?
So I know this is the guy that was saying, I actually met this guy and he had the dog. I remember him, and he was, I think he tells a story about how he got stabbed, because I was in downtown Orlando and I was walking around there, and I just happened to run into this guy, and it was so weird to see him on this documentary about homeless people in Florida, because I think he has a big scar right here. And he was telling us about he just got stabbed not too long ago. Pretty sure I met that dog.
Angie, have I ever gotten any fights?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it depends.
He's had to get in quite a few out here on the streets.
I beat a lot of guys.
He's had most of the time they start trying to come on to me.
I would put her in short shorts and tank tops. I'd go into Lou's, these blood bucket bars, and I'd intentionally have her go in there just to have somebody fuck with her so I could fight them. Where was that, on Paramore and Kaylee, where I fought the big skinhead, that 6'7" dude? Well, we went up there, and he was making prejudiced remarks about niggers and stuff, and I don't like.
He was making prejudiced remarks about niggers and stuff. What a sentence.
That word, and I told him I didn't appreciate it. Well, he was trying to rap to a girl that was a friend to her. She hadn't seen the girl in a while. Well, the girl seen Angie and was like, this guy's drunk trying to rap to me. Well, he took it personally. Well, he kept looking over at me, growling, and I was like, look, dude, I don't want no problems. She made me promise her that when we went to that part of town that I would not get in a fight. Every time I went down there, I'd get into a fight. And I promised her I would not get into a fight. And anyway, I had the brass knuckles. I slid them out, and I said, look, I'm going to leave. And he looked down at me.
I love the ease of which he gets in and out of that wheelchair, because he had that same wheelchair when I met him. And he's in there getting in fights, but still needs the wheelchair.
At me, he goes, you ain't going nowhere, motherfucker, like that. And I just hit him with the brass knuckles. As soon as I hit him, man, he dropped. I cut his eye from here to here. It fell down like that. He fell backwards and hit a yellow parking pole. He put 40 staples in the back of his head, 26 across his eye. They had to reconstruct his eye socket and put his eyeball back in. Then I broke both of his jaws on top of it.
There was another guy?
Did you go to jail?
No, actually, we left. The helicopters came and the police come. We shot down a railroad tracks. There was a slow-moving train. We jumped up on a car and we went like 3 miles down.
For myself, man,
I mean, I got my son's fiance living on the beach with me, man. I run my own.
Oh, there you go. You like that, Jared? He's got an Israel Defense Force.
Business. A twice decorated Vietnam veteran get a fat fucking pension for being a piece of shit. Thank you all very much, you know. All you great Americans out there that back my shit up. But now that I'm retired and got it going on like Donkey fucking Kong, you know, I choose to live on the white sand beaches of South Florida, man. Because there ain't no better place in the world to live than right here, dude. We got it all, man. When you on the beach, man, I'll tell you what. You got... It should be a 2-drink minimum anywhere you walk in. At least. Because you're going to get at least that much of a show as soon as you go through the door. Not to try and brag on myself, but I'm kind of in retirement right now, but I've nailed at least half the women in town. They're all pretty good girls.
He's retired, and he's nailed half the women in town.
I live with them, can't live without them. God love them, man. You can't fucking kill them. But I love them all, each and every one.
I seen a dude whip up on 3 other dudes at one time. All right, just out of nowhere, just started picking fights with them, and lumped them up. Just whooped their ass. Actually, last night.
What the fuck is that thing? Oh, man. God, that is... I hate guys that look like that. Holy shit. That is a rough one.
Yeah, I think it was last night. They had a Solstice pulled over at the stop sign, you know, doing a sobriety test, and there was probably 4 people with their cell phones recording the whole thing. You know, just, I mean, people love when shit goes down here, and we live so close to the police station that you can't go 10 minutes without seeing a sheriff's car drive down. You'd think that the place would be, you know, more relaxed, but it's not. It's not. And I guarantee you, 1 out of every 6 girls that walk down the street is a back page hooker. Trust me, I know. I'm ran into
Get pitted, so pitted, dude.
quite a few of them.
I've probably surfed with this guy. I've probably surfed with that guy.
It's awesome.
I am a man of God who loves God and Jesus, okay? And I do his work. And I done it in East LA.
Can I get $5?
And I done it here.
Can I get $5?
Yeah, you could get $5. You know how you could get $5?
How's that?
How? Go to work.
Oh, he got your ass. He fucking nailed you.
You just said you did Jesus' work, though.
Yeah.
And you walked off like smiling.
Jesus didn't say everything's going to come to you just like that. You got to earn
Jesus
it.
said, if you have it,
Yeah,
why make him wait till tomorrow when you give it to him today?
Okay.
You told me to go to work. I work right there, bro.
You know who's listening to us?
Jesus.
Okay.
I work
Remember
right there,
that.
man.
Remember that.
You just trying me on some slick shit,
that.
though.
I know what you're doing.
You just trying me on some slick shit, though, right now.
Yeah, okay.
You did.
Okay.
Why you walking away?
We'll see
You
in
can't
the
hide
long
from
run.
Jesus.
Hey.
Mister.
Yeah, okay.
What would
listen,
Jesus do?
You think Jesus gonna
You
give
feel
you
me?
money to do what you want to do?
Yeah, he'll give you money because he has it.
No, you.
I
you
give
know
money
why?
out, too.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you why.
But you want some money?
No, you want to know
What
why?
you going in there for?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm
Why?
gonna tell you why.
Let's
I'm
see if
gonna
it
tell
makes
you why.
sense.
I'm gonna tell
Let's
you
see if it
why.
makes sense.
You know why? Because
You're making excuses right now.
no. Yeah, I got
But you didn't
$5.
explain
I
it.
got $20, and I'm going to give you $5. You know why? Because you're one who's just trying to get and not trying to give.
Just not trying. I'm out here on the streets. I love the streets, bro.
You're in the street,
I'm out here on
or
the
if
street.
you're at home.
See, that's real shit. That's real shit. You're just talking out your mouth right now. That's why you keep coming back, because of guilt.
What an insane thing to just like change this guy's fucking face. Oh man. it really is baffling. I can't believe that I've survived in this state. This shit that I see, the stuff that, like, I can't believe that these people are normal to me. Oh, did you just see guys' pupils? Holy shit. That's all pupils, dude. Oh, man. That is all pupils.
If you're lonesome tonight,
It's gonna be too loud if you do it into
do you
gotta do an
miss
air
me
mic. You gotta do an air
tonight?
mic.
Are you sorry that we drifted apart? I love y'all guys, man.
The amount of time that I've spent in pool bars like this. Oh my god. These places are so sketchy.
Once you get to Florida, you don't ever want to go back north.
God, that guy has watched so many of his buddies die probably. And this is where he's ended up. God, that's very sad to see.
Give me another beer.
Yes, sir. One more.
This is reality, huh?
Yeah.
This is real life. Life is good. I used to drive a semi-truck back in the 70s. So, I have seen it. I've been to New York. I know New York. I've been to Los Angeles back in the 70s. What do you want from me? Bad times when I used to do.
Oh yeah, you don't want any of the fucking mixed drinks from someplace like this, and them digging their fingers into whatever like garnish that they. Oh, yeah, you just get made sure you get a solid closed drink when they hand it to you.
Do a lot of wild things. Yeah, I did. I used to shoot a lot of cocaine. And
Oh, you know what's actually crazy? So that guy that was in the wheelchair, I was telling you I met him. This is actually where I met him, right here. He was right in this. He was right here. This is in Orlando. I know exactly where this is, oddly enough. And I think I actually know the guy that owns this building right here.
methamphetamines and party hard, hit bars, clubs. I used to do all that, have a good time. Yeah. Then it seemed like it just all slowed down on me. Everything just slowed down. Nightlife slowed down, my party life slowed down, my the jobs I had slowed down, so I didn't have regular paychecks coming in. I couldn't party every Friday when I wanted to. Yeah, it was just not as easy as it used to be. Yeah.
This, the truth is, I'm taking it out to return it. so I can get extra money into my next paycheck because I'm getting paid bi-weekly now, so I kind of get a cash advance. But that's it right now. I took everything out of it already, so I'm taking it down to Walmart right now.
That's a really solid truck right there. That's actually a pretty good vehicle. Yeah, I mean, he's still alive.
I'm not a drunk, but I'm alcoholic. So, I put it the right way, so, I try to do my best to stay out of jail, stay around people who want to steal, right, drugs, and all that. I stay away from them people. So. That's my second home over there. Yeah. Ace liquor store.
Here in our liquor store, I would say probably 50% of the people arrive by either foot or by bicycle.
I was trying to figure out what he had the rope, not the rope, the belt around his neck for. Was it, I wonder if he was using it for heroin.
Because they all have DUIs. That's about half of our customers. People come in cars, spend about 3 times more than they do on a bicycle. Too many people.
Yeah, that's it. If you, especially at the beach, something about the beach, I guess homeless people love the beach, but you'll see so many people riding bicycles everywhere because they all have DUIs. So then they started getting these little motors that they would put on the bicycles. So now they zip around on fucking little like tiny engines on their bicycles.
We'll start off with a pint a day, and then go to a fifth a day, and then go to a 1.75 a day. And most of them eventually pass away, so.
That guy looks like, I wish we had more people like that with that accent. I kind of miss that accent.
If you got a drinking problem, handle it. Tonight's the night. It should be good this year. Better than last year. But we got swept in the playoffs.
I think for a while, like when I was like maybe like mid-early 20s is when I was kind of like really fucking up with the alcohol. And I was also like hitting the pills a little bit. And I was drinking, what is it? The 151 shit. That shit was fucking, God, that hurt so bad. But it was the only way I could get to fucking sleep is I would just fucking drink myself and then get up for fucking work at 6 or 7 in the morning and work like a 12-hour day on a construction site.
Have you guys been over at the beach yet? You'll like it over there. It's really nice. It's not real crowded this time of the year.
Oh, that's the Cocoa Beach Pier. That doesn't. That's where I used to surf a lot. It doesn't look like that anymore because it got fucked up by the hurricane. I'm pretty sure that's a Cocoa Beach Pier. Or maybe it's not. No, it might be. Yeah, that is a Cocoa Beach Pier, I think. So, like, when the hurricanes would come and they would get really, really hard to paddle out, what you would do is you'd go and swim through these pilings so you could get out to the end of the pier. And I'd had some, like, really, really gnarly days out there, like surfing. Like, sometimes waves would get to, like, 12, 14 foot. It would be really, really crazy. It was super dangerous.
You can actually stand out here all day and look at the beach.
See, I always liked to surf on this side. That was my favorite side to surf on, that side. Occasionally, if the waves, depending on where the current was coming from, I'd switch over here. But usually I was surf on that side over there.
I have this one. This is for my nephew. He was 3 weeks old and passed away. I believe it was SIDS, but it says undetermined death on his death certificate. I got this one for my son.
My wife says SIDS is bullshit. That's a giant lie. Either something happened to the kid, or there was someone like crushed them and they suffocated.
His mother's Puerto Rican, and I'm Italian, but the guy, I don't know why he put the American flag, and it says torn between, because like he's torn between two cultures. And then I have my daughter, which her name's Kiana. Then I have my son Donovan, and then I have this is my favorite one. This is from my family. I will bleed. What's that mean to you?
This should be a reminder to everybody that doesn't have kids yet. And this is what's going to be repopulating the earth. This is slightly better than certain ethnicities having kids, but just know that this is what you're working with, that this is an uphill battle, and that you need to be trying your goddamn damnedest out here. I will tell you, as a father of two right now, the first year is fucking stressful. And then you have two children really young together. It is very difficult, but it is very important that we outlast these people.
What's that mean to me? In other words, it means like I'll do whatever I have to do. I'll work my hands to the bone. I'll bleed. Do whatever I have to do to make sure that my family has what they need. I'll provide for them no matter how I have to.
My kids, right now we've got a 8-month-old and my 2.5-year-old, who once you get past about a year and a half, it's smooth sailing. But that first bit, goddamn, I don't even know what sleep is anymore. It was good for a while, and then we found out that the birth control didn't work very well after our first kid. So we were planning on waiting a few years to give ourselves a break, and that didn't happen. So it is what it is. And but she's almost a year old, so it'll start getting easier
To do it, work my hands till they bleed. I don't care. As long as my kids and my family have what they need, that's all that's important to me in life.
I've surfed with that guy. I know that board. He was out there all the time. But yeah, that guy was. I know I've surfed with that guy.
little board rack right here. All right, this is my little office. Put my board here. I come in here and take a break. Right? This is it. Is this a nice documentary or what? Right? Like this. This is it. I come in here, I dry off, I grab my hat.
Honestly, that's what I'm doing. Like, I was going to make a video and go on this rant because, like, I'm finally at this point in my life. I had this epiphany the other day that I was really, really happy with myself. That, like, I'm finally at the point where I have a guy for stuff. And not only that, but, like, I feel that very comfortable in fixing anything on my house. The only thing I can't do is roofing. I can fix just about any car, I think. I'm able to go, and defend myself with firearms and my actual, like, physicality. I'm in good health. I've got kids, and now I'm getting, like, different connections throughout, like, my community. So, like, I have a guy for things. I can, like, there's one guy that I met recently that I'm kind of been thinking and plotting about maybe moving to Central America. And it's funny that you have to move to Central America to find a white place to live. And this guy, the guy is a special forces, and he's very familiar with South and Central America and deployed quite a bit of places. And he's invited us to sometime go to Panama. And he was telling me about Panama. That really is awesome to start having guys like that. I'm at the point too, where I'm getting like, where you have like a lawyer, having a guy to go and, like, being able to go and find, like, have a guy that can go and find you other people. Like, you need a specialist, I've been to Chile. I've been to Argentina. I'm not too familiar with Argentina. Their fucking economy has always been, like, very, very hard to understand. All those countries are always going up in revolution. But the thing about Central America, the reason I'd want to move there is because that's where all the glowies and the feds go and retire to. So actually, like, I was planning on going to Costa Rica because that's where a lot of, like, ex-intelligence moves to. But this guy that I was talking to, the special forces guy, his place, he says, is up in northern Panama, close to Costa Rica. And he says it's excellent there. They have, like, excellent schools. I would just have to relearn Spanish because Spanish was my first language. But I just haven't spoken it since I was, like, really, really young. But that's kind of been my plan. The only thing that kind of holds me back is I just don't want to leave my mom alone in the States. My dad's been thinking about moving or buying a house again in Chile because that's where he's from.
Right, check out the honeys. Right, check out the honeys, right? I put my hat on here, I come in here. First thing I want to do, I want to go.
There is always money in the banana stand.
First thing I want to do when I get out of the water, I'm going to go for me for a nice cold. It's called a 16-ounce arm curl. You know what that is? It's called when you grab a beer, a 16 ounce, and you do an arm curl like this. This is an arm.
I know this kind of sounds gay, but, like, so I have a really nice property on a river right now. The water used to be crystal clear, but then, like, fucking Nestle and all these people started, like, fucking traveling up and down it and kind of dirtying it up. But I have, like, my dogs that are buried on there, and I just don't want to, like, abandon that property. It's kind of sentimental to me. It's a nice land.
Arm curl, watch this. It's called arm curl. 16-ounce arm curl.
Nothing like surf life. I made a wrong turn at the.
Oh, and Slav, if you're trying to understand, like the thing that really made electricity easy to understand for me, think of electricity as water, and like just understanding like the restriction as like if you have a hose, and like the restriction is your resistance, and then like the height of the hose is like your current, and then the flow of the water is your voltage, and then you basically understand electricity. It makes it a lot easier to do that. I've got my house set up now that like if I lose power, the last time we had a hurricane go through, I put in a 220 amp breaker and a box on my porch so I can run a generator into my house. So I had air conditioning, I could run TV and internet, all that working on there. Yeah, if you want to understand electricity, think of it like as water going through a hose, and that's basically what's going on through an electrical wire. And so like if you pinch off a hose, that's resistance. So that's what the electricity is having to work against. And then your flow of the water, that's your voltage coming through the wire. And then your amps, your current, is the height of the hose or the pipe. VIR, voltage equals amps times current, which is basically like the Ohm's law.
What's that, Niagara Falls Bridge? And they found my gun. Needless to say, no more.
Oh, that's Coco too. Oh, that's funny. I know that mailbox. I'm pretty sure. I mean, there's a lot of people with that, but I'm pretty sure I know this area.
First of all, you can't have a gun in New York. I'm from Florida. I didn't know that part.
Trying to see
so whether I had a carry permit or not, you was going to jail.
I'm pretty sure I know where this is,
suitcase.
because that's just down the street from that pier. I am a Florida man. I've lived in Florida all my life, so I know all these different spots. I've never left Florida, so I know all these roads and these little places for the most part, except for the Panhandle.
You come out here in the mornings, and you walk out on that dock, and it's just quiet. Yeah. It's cool, man.
It's just like it kind of draws you, you know. You just.
So that right there is the intercoastal. Right there. I'm pretty sure right here he's at in Titusville, but like that's the intercoastal waterway, and then on the other side there is the Atlantic Ocean.
Open the door up and you hear it, and you just come out here and look around. And
she's drinking coffee and I'm fishing.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
I just like Florida, man. It's warm here. Back in Indiana right now, it's 47 friggin' degrees.
It's awesome to see that sunset every day.
There it goes. Look at that tongue.
There's fish in there, and you're not supposed to allow to fish over here because they're like protected species. But I heard there's like alligators in here. Like 3-foot alligators. And I don't know who put them in there. They destroyed this whole place, really. I mean, they're spending money on what? I mean, they're not fixing anything. They're making it even worse. I guess it's government money. They don't care. You know why they made it like a mess? You know why? Because they could come back and have a job. Look at that wall over there. That wall should be cleaned instead of being all... Come on, they have ways to clean that crap, man. They're not doing it. I don't care what I'm saying. I'm just speaking the truth, really. I mean, that shit should be cleaned, really, and all this crap. Sorry for littering. Nice sunset, by the way.
Yeah, Orlando's, I mean, it's gotten insanely, like, developed just in, like, the last 4 years. Everything is just exploding with growth.
Hey, you want to see what I threw out my bike? Look, there it goes. I mean, I was going to give it to that guy, but he got him on nerves. I just said so. I'm littering, but I'm sure someone will come here. That's a $200 bike. I just didn't want it at home anymore.
That's my goal, if I do stay in Florida, is to get some property like this with just a giant field around it and a house right there in the center.
It's really weird.
I just like to have like plenty of land around the house so I can see everything that's going on. Just kind of, I like having a lot of distance between me and neighbors. Unfortunately, the way that it looks like things are going, Florida's growing so quickly that like even where I'm living, like it used to be kind of, yeah, get a moat that'll keep a certain group of people out that don't know how to swim. Even if you live out in rural areas, what they keep doing is they fucking will put in, your little small town is gonna go under if you notice a Dollar General getting put in, because then that's the death knells of a small town. They start getting a Dollar General and a Subway.
That's creepy. Isn't it?
Pretty sure that's a bar in Daytona that I've seen.
Checking my dentures.
Yeah.
No, they're all real. And I do Santa Claus comes Christmas time. We took a cruise last year and I did it on the cruise. And I came back here and did it Christmas Eve over here. All the clubs, VFW, the Legion down here. We have a good time down here. But when I was on the cruise, I had short pants. Kids wanted to know why Santa had short pants on. That was close. And I told them Santa's on vacation. It's not Christmas yet, I'm on vacation. Is that about it, partner? Okay.
That's about it. Gave you enough time. You cut the camera now.
It's kind of funny knowing that like having guys like this, this used to be like a majority of the population, and that was kind of like the heyday of this country. I would pay to go back to a time when this was the majority of people in this country. That is not me breathing into the mic, by the way. That's that guy still doing his fucking kung fu. No, I would love to have mountains. I would love to have, like, live in the mountains. Really, all I want is to be secluded and not have a lot of people around me, especially certain people around me. I'm never going to California. I've never set foot in California. I've never been to New York, and I will never, ever go there.
The good thing to do in Florida, stay out of trouble. What they say, come on vacation, leave on probation.
And you will come back on violation. That's the way it is. There's no state income tax, and the only way they can cover the shit is to put somebody in jail and charge them for it. They make money off of people being in jail, and that's the way it is.
Have you ever got locked up?
Oh, yes.
For what? What happened? Am I telling?
For possession from bullshit my old...
It's crazy, too. I never even really noticed this until my wife and I went up to Pennsylvania to go visit her family. And I hadn't driven up there in so long. And fucking Florida, we have cops everywhere, dude. There are so many fucking cops. But once you leave the state, like, it was like nuts when we'd be on the highway and we just see no fucking cops.
Lady told me, or told them, not me. Last time was 18 days. The way it is. People just gotta learn down here. A beautiful state. But you gotta respect it and do shit the way it is, because if not, they gonna get you.
They want you, and they're gonna get you if they want you. No matter what, they're gonna get you. And it's horrible down here. Once you're in the system, you're screwed. Basically, I came to Cocoa. I was walking across the street and not doing nothing wrong. Police comes up on me. Whoop, whoop. Wow. Yeah, for no reason. Wow. Yeah, and arrested me for paraphernalia that I did not have. I swear to God on everything I love. Anyway, that was my juvenile life.
I believe it. My dad has property in Cocoa, and everybody drives golf carts there, and he got pulled over on his golf cart, and they had he's an old fucking man, and they pulled him over with 3 different fucking cop cars, and he couldn't drive it home because it wasn't like I guess legal, like street legal, and they didn't want him on the sidewalk, so they made him fucking get a tow truck, and they had to tow it. Those cops in Cocoa are fucking assholes, dude. They are everywhere.
You know what I'm saying?
That happened when I was 18. I was in the fire academy visiting my sister. You know what that did for me? Messed up my whole career. Yeah. Literally, I got kicked out of the fire academy for that.
This is our chance to be individuals. And then I believe we get thrown back in the mix. Yeah, we're all one thing. We're all one being, really. It only makes sense. It's all a circle. You know, this may be our only chance to be individuals, and then we all came from stardust, right? And we'll get pushed back into it, and then it all comes back. You know, it's revolving. It's a circle. You know, we're all the same thing. I believe that wholeheartedly.
I know no matter what pain I'm in or what situation I'm in, if I see somebody, you know, like my friend, and I got a dime, he's gonna get a nickel of it. I prefer to be a worker among workers and a friend among friends. That's all. But I'm just one guy. I'm nobody.
He kind of reminds me, he looks like that guy from SpongeBob SquarePants, the Mermaid Man. He looks like Mermaid Man.
Yeah, I've been picking up on a girl for the last 2 hours in this bar, and some black dude walks up and she totally just ignores me. I mean, that's just the way it is down here. It's totally different. I've been in Alabama for the last almost 10 years, and it's so different down here, just trying to get used to it. But Florida's great, but I'm having a hard time adapting. So good luck to Florida and good luck to me.
I do what I want, when I want. Take 2 naps, 3 naps a day if I want. Early morning nap, late morning nap, early evening nap. You know, that's basically what we do. We have a good time. But not everybody can do that. You know, sometimes even down here, for the first few years, first probably 10 years I was down here, I got wrapped up in the rat race just like everybody else does. You know, anywhere else in the world, in the country. But then finally I started saying, you know what, I came down here for a reason, I'm gonna start living it.
She's just trying to take care of her daddy.
That's that guy again I told you I met. I wonder if I think he'll probably tell the story about how he got a giant scar in his chest. And I'd met that dog. It's so weird to see this fucking guy.
I had a young girl that came up and was real flirtatious with me, and I'm like, hey, I knew something was up. I went into 7-Eleven, took a bunch of my other medications that I had like 10 bottles. She assumed I had pain medication, which I left where we stay at. Wow. And she came around the corner with being real flirtatious, and she said, oh, I could sure use a painkiller. I'll do anything for that. And I said, I don't have them and whatever. Next thing I know, she went and got her little boyfriend. They come around the corner and demanded I was going to give them the painkillers, and I was, from that point, I refused. I was stabbed from here to here. They stapled it up, yeah.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, I remember that.
They had to put all my stomach and guts back in. My belly button blew out and stuff from it. Yeah, that's what people would do for painkillers. I almost lost my life over painkillers.
So this, I think, this shit, Cumberland Farms, there used to be a thing in Florida, and I don't think they have them anymore, but it was this company, I think, And what they would do is they had like a little like a little hut, kind of like almost like a 1 hour photo booth looking thing. And then you would drive up and you could order mixed drinks to go. And you would get them in these fucking like styrofoam cups. God, I can't believe they used to allow you to do that.
Don't spend that much time with me.
Don't get in an airplane with them.
This is actually a really, really nice place. Florida is so nice that I can't even tell you. People are nice, all kinds of stuff. People help you out. The only bad part about Florida, a lot of pillheads. You're gonna find so many pillheads that, you know, but that's, I guess, anywhere you go nowadays.
Why what?
That you're gonna find all kinds of drugs and stuff like that. But other than that, man, Florida is a very nice place.
Oh, so you can keep your drink cool. They would give you like these big jumbo like drinks, and they would like get mixed drinks and shit. I know they had them for a long time, and it's probably be like 10 years since I've seen one of those.
That guy that dances with the fattest girl in the bar gets free drinks all night. That's called hogging. I like it when you pick one up and dance with her and you take her arm right here. I win.
Yeah, the drive-through drinks. They big styrofoam cups.
When I moved here, I was a damn Yankee. I got upgraded to redneck.
Crazy son of a bitch come out of the damn lake onto my property, beat the hell out of my windows, scare my wife, my children. And
that was a zombie.
Yeah, he's like a damn zombie come out of the damn lake. Like, we didn't kill him. Should have. This is a strange place.
That the environment. I'm sorry, I was reading what you said and fucked up my sentence. The guy, the Miami zombie that ended up eating that old man down in Miami, like maybe, I don't know, 15 years ago. He this girl that I dated, her brother used to hang out with him apparently, and said that he was like just some really chill guy, and he doesn't know what happened with them. He was just kind of homeless though, and would sell like CDs out of his backpack.
Very corrupt.
Corrupt?
It's one of the most corrupt counties in the damn state of Florida.
Really? Corrupt how?
You think?
I don't know. I've lived here a long time. I didn't know it was that corrupt.
Oh, yes, it is.
What is corrupt about it?
Corrupt.
Educate me.
The judicial system.
Oh, the judicial system. You mean the good old boy network?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yes. My wife is colored.
Oh, I see.
That's what I assume. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and I can understand that because there's a lot of folks that, you know, like you said, aren't hip to that.
Right. Well, I mean, and you know, she's from Jamaica, and if you met her, you think she's one of the nicest women you ever want to meet.
Does she talk with an accent?
She has a little bit of accent.
Oh, where is she? Is she here?
No, she's home.
She's home.
We have a newborn son.
Oh, I see. Oh.
2 months old.
Oh, really? How long y'all been together?
6 years.
6 years? This is your first child?
Yep.
Wow, congratulations. Awesome. Boy or girl?
Boy.
Okay, then. Uh-oh. But look out.
Hey, Irish Jamaican.
Irish Jamaican.
this could
God, imagine the two families meeting at that wedding.
only happen to us, you know.
Fuck these seatbelt things, man.
I know, dude. I know you
They
hate them, but
fucking suck.
No, they suck. But you want to hear that ding, ding, ding the whole time?
I've been in fucking rollovers with no fucking seatbelt,
me
man,
too,
and I
but
fucking
guess
still
what?
here to live
I don't want
about
to
it.
get pulled over from you. Oh, Jesus.
You can film dolphins, and you can see the manatees out there. The manatees are a few blocks down, probably about 4 or 5 blocks on down where the condos are. That's where they stay at. In the mornings, you can really just see them flip their tails, and the babies, they all play with their moms. And it's cool.
My biggest achievement down here so far is learning how to throw a cast net. That is a lot harder than you think it is, I'm telling you. And I will look into the lens and tell you that is hard. When you try to learn how to do that, it's hard.
Check this out. All right, this may be off the record. I had this girl here one night, right? Actually, it was 2 girls. I had them up in these little breachers right here. See these good things up here? I had them both up there. I was sitting up there straddling that fucking board right there. Both girls on both sides of me, fucking doing me, man. All right, I'm just going, yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. Doing me, man.
Right? It wasn't even about the money, man. It wasn't about drugs or dope or alcohol. These girls just love me, all right? They call me Mr. Sexy Coca Beats, right? And I'm just being myself, right? And these girls are doing me. I had 2 girls right there in a little fucking wood right there, fucking taking care of me. Actually, if you want to, I can bring my phone out right now. You want to see some text messages? All right.
I don't think he meant diddling. I can tell that this has been a while since this movie or documentary was made, because like right here they opened up, they closed it off and turned it into like a rental, like a beach rental spot where you can get surfboards and stuff.
Let's go and see for shits and giggles, let's go and see what my girls had to say to me since I've been out in the water, right? All right. Oh, one new voice message, right? I'm gonna scroll down to here, darling.
Look at that phone. Look at that badass phone.
I'm gonna do this. Actually, I'll save this and let you all hear. Hang on. I got. This could be personal here. I'm fucking up here. Voicemail options. Password 9613. Is that a microphone? What's he say? What's he say?
One of my favorite karaoke moments is my wife and I used to go to this bar, and there was a man that was slightly mentally challenged, and it was around Christmas that they were doing karaoke, and he was singing all the songs but all at once. So he was combining Jingle Bells with Rudolph the Reindeer. God, I wish I recorded that. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, because people wanted it to stop because obviously he was not singing well, and they were trying not to be mean, so they just had to sit through his long ass version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with Jingle Bells and Frosty the Snowman. Oh, it was so awesome to watch people just sit through that. Oh shit. Okay. I did not expect that to be on there. Those were not too bad, actually.
No, we the people anymore. We the people are fooled. What we the people need to do is kill the 1%. If y'all want to get down and kill billionaires, and this is the truth, then it can be stopped. But that's the only way it can be stopped. Otherwise, there is no we the people. The only president that I believe that was duly elected in the last 30 fucking years is Ronald Reagan. After that, it's just been
I'm not trying to be a dick, but this is kind of like what it sounds like when Slav gets drunk and calls in on low value mail.
Who counts the votes?
There's some really bad things coming to America soon. Let me just say that, as God is my witness. And we're all going to have a wake-up call far beyond anything that 9/11 even hinted about. And it's going to shake this country, and it's going to shake the people of this country to the core. It's going to happen. It's not if, it's when. It's true. Mark my word. It's true.
Yeah. Come on, get up.
All right.
Get up, man.
I got it. Hey,
you
I'm
okay?
gonna pick
Can
you
you
up
breathe?
and I'm gonna bring you towards that step over there so you can sit down.
Totally sit down.
Come on, Sheila. Come on, baby. You got the wind knocked out. We're going over here to this snap. She just got out of the cab row and pop. Just fucking fall down.
Well, where's she going? Knock the wind out of her, I think.
That's how we do it when you're real in Florida. It doesn't matter if they need help. You get up there and you help them. Whatever it takes. You all right, darling? Chill.
Ooh, that had me convinced.
Had me convinced too.
Oh, I think I've eaten at this place right here. It's a really good restaurant. They got really good seafood.
See, just start roll over.
Well, I need another bait, that's for sure.
Now, what's your story? So you gonna put this on what, dude?
I love to make people bleed. I swear to God I do. And I don't care. You know, this is my blood. And I was born in...
This guy is one of the worst people if you're a bouncer to have to deal with, because he is going to be a fucking problem. And he's a regular, and he probably thinks that because he's been there so long that he can just do whatever the fuck he wants. And he's old and wants to fight, and it's such a bad situation to deal with.
And raised in Christmas, Florida. You know, there ain't nothing scares me. That gator, snakes, nothing. There ain't nothing gonna bother me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll give you another rim shot for that one. There you go.
Either you, buddy. I will get a hold of your ass too.
Wisdom, life is short. Grab it by the short hairs and enjoy every moment. Don't get caught up in social media. You get caught up in that, you lose everything. So be yourself, enjoy life. I just want everybody to love everybody, no matter who you are, what you do. Love somebody.
I believe in the Lord. That's my only hope. I believe in the Lord, and I just ask Him to guide me, direct me, and not to, get me through the day, and not to say or do anything to hurt anybody else or myself.
Yeah, I've seen the Slab City thing. Every time I think of Slab City, I think of Doug Stanhope and that fucking shit that he's got going on there. I used to listen to his podcast, but I just couldn't handle him anymore.
I just know there's a whole lot of other people that have got it way worse than I do. You know? So, what right do I have to complain about anything? Really? You know? I'm breathing. I got clothes on my back. Got a couple bucks in my pocket. I got a friend.
Every day's important to me. I know how easy we go and how fast we go. I'm already starting to lose friends and stuff, you know. I mean, they're falling off the planet. And life's too short and it's too precious. So I'm in a good place to finish my life out, and this is where I want to be. This is my life, man.
One thing I got to do tomorrow is I got to put another U.S. flag out there on the dock. Out in there's getting a little tattered.
Yeah.
God bless America. Beautiful. Nice breeze too. Keeps the skeeters away.
I would rather live around guys like this all day long than live in this fucking city that I'm surrounded by. I am so convinced that they are lying about the demographics of my city. But God, I would hope I could just have a million guys like this instead of just the fucking scum that's in my city. Hey there, John.
To Noah and to all the wild animals and the domestic animals that were with him in the ark. And God caused the wind to blow over the earth, and the waters began to subside. The springs of the watery deep.
It's not so much city folk. It's a different type of folk.
And the floodgates of the heavens were stopped up. So the rain from the heavens stopped falling. Then the waters began to recede progressively from the earth. By the end of 150 days, the water...
Let's just say it's a little bit higher than 13% from my estimation.
Waters had subsided. Why the hell are we here? Yeah, there's got to be something else. This is a test. That's all this is. Yeah. There's another level. There, you know, possibly other dimensions going on right now, simultaneously. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Life is crazy, really. You got to put up with it. That's it, bottom line. You can't handle life, you don't deserve to live, really. That's what I think, anyway. I'm not, look, I might be stupid, but I'm not dumb. There's a difference between stupid and dumb. Really. Really, really. There's a difference. Stupid and dumb is not the same. Stupid, okay, you could be obnoxious, but dumb, okay, that's when you stop thinking.
Isn't that a Chris Rock bit? There's stupid and there's dumb, or am I getting that mixed up?
Because you're not dumb. Nobody's dumb ever. That's the way I feel, man. That's what life is all about, man. If you want something, you got to go get it. I mean, nobody's gonna, hand you out shit.
Oh, that's good to know, Slav. I'll actually look that up.
Unless you ask for it. A lot of people don't care. Really, and I hate that. Really, really, really. I don't like people being dumb. Okay, you could be stupid because of a disability or whatever, but you're not dumb. Okay, you have your brain, use your brain. Use your damn brain. God gave you a brain, use it, man. Don't be an idiot. I don't know. You can't be dumb. Okay, you might be stupid. Okay, but stupid is stupid. It's not. It's like being an idiot. But you're not dumb. You have a brain. Use your brain. Okay, well, you have a chance. Life is like, life can end like any time. I want to live to be I want to live a long, long time, really. I don't care who says if I don't or not. I expect people to use their brain, really. That's all. I don't know, man. I'm sad when people can't use their brain, really. You know why a lot of people don't want to use their brain? You know why? Because they don't want to. And then they end up into a mess. Go out there and get something, man. Don't be stupid. Come on. I don't know. God. I need a little cigarette before I kill myself. No, I would never kill myself, ever.
He reminds me of so many people I used to work with at like independent shop mechanics. All right. It's getting late. I appreciate you guys hanging on and watching. It was fun. I don't think I have anything else. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming tomorrow, but I appreciate you guys being on board and watching. Hope you had fun. If you feel like it, hit the like button. That'll help my channel grow. It doesn't really matter. I'm not too concerned about making money out of this thing, but that's pretty much it. Have a good night, guys. It's fun. See you possibly tomorrow. I'll see if I have anything new. If I don't, then I won't waste your time. But I try to make sure that I show you guys some wacky shit that you're not going to see anywhere else. So, good night, guys.